Off with the open mic. We're gonna start bringing up the space monkeys and all that good stuff. The first person we're gonna bring up to the microphone is a good friend. She is also an amazing artist. She did last year actually right here in Project Reach, did a beautiful one-woman show that she's actually presented all over the country. Also a dope artist, dope actress, dope poet and all that good stuff. So please put your hands together for our comrade, our sister Yadira.
Lots of love for show in here. I just want to say that I was also a space monkey, and I got a little nervous when Vanessa was like, anybody? I was like, I just froze. It was funny, but yeah. Okay. I want to share a piece from this chapbook that I just created this year. It's part of my show. One Journey, Stitching Stories Across the Mexican-American Border, where I really try to talk about how border enforcement has affected us as a community. And I really want to emphasize how 9/11 actually had a big impact in our community, because that's when the heavy-duty enforcement came. So there's a lot of military on both sides, and I really want to talk about how it's affecting us, as families and communities. So I've been really wanting to do this piece for the longest time, and I'm glad I'm finally going to share it with you all. Thank you. So this is called Paying Dues.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I give it up to my parents. Growing up in poverty in the sin city of Juarez, Mexico, a place even the devil has refused to spend the night in, deserves an amen. Raised on frijoles, tortillas, and water, the tribe has raised me to appreciate everything. From sunrise to a meal for breakfast and a place I can rest my head, whether my own home or a borrowed pillow, I give thanks. I'm pushing through a false sense of humility, raising my head above docile lady expectations to punish confidence with judgments of arrogance and selfishness. I'm done with that, because I've been paying my dues. My tongue was raised on bilingual and free lunch programs, and I also went to you can get a degree from there? Public high school. Not to mention going to one of the most racist high schools in California. Yes, Carlsbad High, I'm talking about you. It was great to live in your barrio and be feared for being poor. Fortunately, it kept the white racists out. Unfortunately, it gave racist cops an excuse to come in. I dodged deportation with my American birth certificate, but saw my hard-working, straight-A Mexican friends get hit. Once angry, I now give thanks to Disneyland for showing me my place in this society and the Republican for which it stands. Yo, but I got my ticket to college. I wouldn't have made it through that institutional beast without my Native American financial aid counselor typing ninja codes that pulled funds from the sky despite my family's tax fallout cries. My Latino advisor showing me the ropes, exposing me to education roads I never knew were paved for me before. My Black mentor who instilled in me a passion to reclaim our collective history and justice through theater and art. And last but definitely not least, my peers of color and allies with whom I created the change and community we wanted to see. We paid our dues. Yes, I did. Played the race card with a corporation that needed representation, and I took full advantage. Got myself some new use threads, brought notebooks and school materials to my no-budget youth programs, event materials to community fundraisers, and resource information to folks that needed it the most. I milked them just as close as they milked me, saw straight through their patronizing smiles and false notions of success, and said, goodbye! Next up, New York! I'll be in debt for the rest of my life. NYU had no money to fund my education I fought for, calling out the administration for their lack of support. Psh, what the hell am I paying for then? I thought I was a graduate student here. I'm a grown woman. You best to respect. It took no time for me to get the bill, of course. But I've been dodging institutions all my life, so here's another one on the list. And I'm still on the artist track, living and pushing my dreams along with those who believe in justice. gone through homelessness, false friends, heartbreak, long and short days of every phase of every season, melting heat or face-slapping wind. I wave my border flag of peace, making my declaration. There are people living down there. I call them my family. We're going through a war. Did you know? Over 3,000 people died in Juarez last year alone. Our brothers and sisters have been struck by an immigration policy managed by this very financial district in NYC. Towers fell and a wall was erected in its place down south. They got high-tech cameras, state-of-the-art war machines, and drones with weaponry ready to aim at human beings. There is no doubt why military base Fort Bliss has been expanding, caskets arriving in the Middle East, from the Middle East, to devastated Latino parents who cannot recognize who they have returned and claim to be the same daughters and sons that left. Meanwhile in Juarez, just south of the border, bullets fire like all-American fireworks while bodies drop on streets like dollar bills on desks on Wall Street. This DC, DF government scheme called the war on drugs is the war on the poor, and we can't take it anymore. Voices have been shut, and I, like many others, have come a long way just to tell them that we're here because they were there. Taking the sustainability and sanity from our homes and our land, making us slaves to this system on both sides of the border, and we're still paying dues just to be heard.
Woo!